facilitator. So I'm going to go ahead and get Dean up in here. I think that's his name. Dean, okay.
I'm Glenwood.
Get him on in here, man, because I am a WCK guy. And
Southwest Glenwood is Southwest Midget League.
Oh,
you can't get
Glenwood won never in WCK.
Nah,
okay.
Southwest Midget League.
Okay. They always was in the area though.
Yeah.
I always grew up knowing about Glenwood. I've always heard about the things that they was doing in their league. I'm glad y'all went unlimited. And I'm glad to see what y'all doing, not just on your level, coach, but also you got a 13U team that's in the chip too. You know what I'm saying? Marks need to be if people need to watch out for Glenwood, man, but I ain't gonna say nothing else. Coach, for somebody like myself and whoever else in the frat that may not know you, tell us your name, what level you coach for, what program.
A lot of people, they call me Coach Money. I coach for Glenwood AU Cougars. Some years back, left them, went to HF, then Hellcats, and then once couldn't turn it down.
Okay. All right, Coach, man, talk to us about your matchup this past weekend, and then we'll get into some what you think gonna happen moving forward.
I kind of like talked to my kids last week, man, and I told them, look, we're playing with house money. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Worse than an opponent that's desperate, that has nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? Not only in sports, but in life. So I told them, let's just come out there and let's just see what's to it. So in the middle of the week, I want to say maybe like Thursday, we got a memo that the game was moved up to like 12:45. And then it was initially at 1:45, but it was 12:45. So I seen a couple of the Eastside coaches yesterday at the game, and it was like maybe like 12:15-ish. The ref had blew the whistle, and he said certification. So I walked up to him. I'm like, hey, yo, you ready certified? He's like, no, they told us it was 1:45. I'm like, man, no, you know what I'm saying? Here go the memo. Woo. He's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. As soon as we pull up, we'll be ready to play. We ain't got to warm up.
That's tough.
Kids, I went to go talk to my kids, man, loosen them up, got them in the mind state like, man, yo, they don't, we still got to prove something. You know what I'm saying? We got a bunch of 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. We got like maybe like 6, 8-year-olds on our team, coach. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I knew this year was going to be a up and down season. I told the parents at the beginning, she told me to tell them, hope for the best, but expect the worst. So, you know what I'm saying? Even though we went through a lot of arguments and, you know what I'm saying, I got into it with a couple of coaches because they was kind of like, I don't think it necessarily hit them that we wasn't ready yet. No matter what we did, there was nothing we could do, you know what I'm saying, to get us ready for some kids to come off the couch or to just come into playing unlimited football and try to take something from kids that's been playing all year and playing in Grand Tour. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm like, hey, first quarter, we come out, smack them in the fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? So we end up doing a kickoff or whatever. Keon, I will honestly say he's the top 3 running back in the state. He tried to pick up the ball on a kickoff return. He thought it was sweet. Got smacked. Then everything just went downhill from like as far as them. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't get a first half until like maybe the 3rd or 4th quarter. I used my son, Kyrie, number 20. If those people that don't know him, I'm saying he top 5, but we got to actually prove it behind the line next year. So, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be what it was. But he pretty much controlled the whole game. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much came down the field, drove down the field, got into the red zone, threw a couple of over-the-top passes because they was afraid of the run. And, it got tough down there, man. We couldn't get those kids to jump off sides no more, man. And I definitely give Eastside credit for that. So, once we couldn't get them to jump off sides, I called a timeout. I'm like, hey, y'all got to block them now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to actually block these big-ass kids.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And, a couple of things happened that was unfortunate. One of our blessed players, he ended up getting hurt in the second quarter towards the end. So we went to halftime. Right before we went to halftime, I walked to the Eastside head coach. I'm like, hey, man, y'all better fucking play. You know what I'm saying? Like, just on a competitive spirit. I don't want y'all to say we should be beating their ass. Nah. Give me your best.
Right.
Came out third quarter, still couldn't move the ball. They still couldn't move anything. So we pretty much went nip and tuck. I try to rely on my running back to kind of like, get us there. And we got down to the fourth quarter, maybe like 4th and 15. It had to be like maybe 4th and 14 or something like that. Man, they got our kids to jump off sides 3 times in a row. And it was like, man, that was a game changer to me. You know what I'm saying? So our coaches are subbing, but as they're subbing, here comes them, you know what I'm saying? Here comes Eastside ready to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Our kids, we only got 9 on the field. The 2 kids that kept jumping on sides, we trying to pull them off, but the damage is done. That was a coaching mistake on us. You know what I'm saying? I should have called that timeout. You know what I'm saying? They asked me, but by the time they asked me, I looked, and they had already ran a play, walked in touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Keon had maybe 15, 16 carries for like maybe 25, 30 yards. So we pretty much boxed them. You know what I'm saying? But it was just, it was just a spur of the moment mistake. We get down, driving the ball again. Eastside coach, he kind of used him, used his persona to kind of, put his foot in his mouth. Gave him a 15. He said something about the 15. Gave him a 30. Put us back in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? Ejected him, put him back in the red zone. And got in the red zone. The kids, reality hit again. We still have to block these boys. You know what I'm saying? And we try to run a trick play on like maybe 4th down. And we end up getting stuff. And that was pretty much the game. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, Coach. That's what's
up.
Coach,
I'm gonna say this, man, because as you know, I believe we was y'all first piece of action when we scrimmaged. You know what I'm saying? We've never talked. I've never talked about this. And from what I saw that y'all had that day, we scrimmaged y'all. For y'all to take Eastside to the 4th quarter, bro, I tip my hat to y'all, bro. I know for a fact you had 5, 6, and a lot of 7-year-olds on that team going up against a bunch of 8-year-old kids on these other teams. And, man, for what y'all did, especially being in y'all first year into an unlimited league with some competitive teams, bro, I tip my hat to y'all. You got my vote for Coach of the Year for what you did with them. No, I'm dead serious. No bullshit, bro. I'm dead serious because we can all put together merge teams and all-star teams and bump our chests about how good we are, bro. But you went back to the basics. You took what you got, and you made the best of it. My hat's is off, bro. Definitely.
It was 6. He won't be 7 until Saturday. We had one 8-year-old. We had 6 8-year-olds. I technically counted them as 5 because one of them is autistic. You know what I'm saying? So, in the playoffs, I didn't really put him in. It was just a coach's decision. You know what I'm saying? When it gets intense at that time, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if he come out there trying to start playing in grass and shit, and then somebody come out there and punch him in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? With them not understanding what it is. So we had like 3 6-year-olds that was starting. 1 was starting on offense, 2 was starting on defense. So we had 4 starters. That was 7 on our. You know what I'm saying? Mozzie was there. Mozzie said we had the game. But, knowing one thing is different when you got to actually put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what I'm going to do is only one thing, but that's half the battle. You know what I'm saying? You still got to end up coming against these teams. And like I told the kids, you know what I'm saying? I talked to them, parents, they running their mouth. Hey, man, you only gave the kid to one kid, gave the ball to one kid. Hey, man, it was only one kid that was ready for this moment. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when we was with the Hellcats, anybody that know number 20, they know he's going to give them hell at 58 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a lot of these kids, they didn't even want the ball. And they were like starters last year and that went crazy in the Southwest Midget League, but it's different now. You know what I'm saying? And I had to go back and forth with parents all year. That was just saying like, hey, man, my son had 11 touchdowns. My son had 15. That don't count when you come out here with these dogs. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was like their best player, I put him in quarterback, not because he was super talented, but because he didn't even want the ball. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, just hand off the ball. You know what I'm saying? We got in the first quarter against Eastside, man. The kid like, Coach, I don't want to throw. I'm like, man, look, just close your eyes, man. Just close your eyes and just throw it up to my nephew. You know what I'm saying? My nephew had like about 3 receptions for like 60 yards. He couldn't believe he caught everything. Eastside was crying first quarter. Like, man, we can't stop this kid. You know what I'm saying? Once he got hurt, it kind of changed the dynamics of the game. So, of course, as a coach, I'm going to go to my comfort zone. I'm going to go to my son, who I spend thousands of dollars a year on, you know what I'm saying, and try to be able to take us home. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no shade against nobody else, but, you know, I was trying to win a game. We put out our best punch. And like I said, at the end of the day, y'all 6 and 7. This 8 next year, y'all going to be some demons. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to be some demons. So
that's what's up, Coach. That's what's up. All right, man. Well, who you got this week coming up?
I hate to say this, man. It hurt my soul.
He on the couch. He on the couch.
Hey, man, I ain't even gonna lie, man.
That's why I asked.
Close. Hellcats ain't close. It's not even close. I've been saying this all year. Even after I went to Glenwood, everybody just playing for second place. And until you were able to stop that demon, until you were able to stop this, you know what I'm saying, the overload or the wedge offense, you know, I know a lot of guys that's like doing 12 or 13 that still can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Hellcats is a force to be reckoned with. I believe that they could win that game against Prospect U, maybe 20-6. You know, I think it'll be close early, and then I think the Hellcats will pull away. And Mozzie, I think Mozzie finally gets out of Mozzie's way. Based off of what Eastside did, you know, I'm not going to say that they, you know, didn't wake up, but if they played the way that they played us, yeah, I got Midwest 21-6.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, Coach, like I said, I'm impressed by what y'all did this year. I know y'all gonna be amped and ready to roll come next spring and come next fall. But shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Usually unlimited teams, usually programs that go from weighted to unlimited usually don't do too much of nothing that first year. Sometimes that second year, just because you're not turning down that chunky lineman. You're not turning him down. You know what I mean? He's not having to be an 8-year-old playing on 10U. You know what I mean? So now that just opens up a lot of avenues for y'all. But kudos to y'all, man. Kudos to y'all.
Glenwood is supposed to go evens again next year. I'm saying it for the record. I'm branching off. I'm going 9. It's just gonna be me just trying to recruit the best way I can. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that much recruiting pit and pitch, other than you get an opportunity to get coached well, and you know what I'm saying, play for a solid program with great history.
Right. For sure, Coach. Well, we appreciate you, Coach. Hopefully, you know, in a little bit we'll have you on the hot seat, and you'll be talking about how you and that chip, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate y'all. Salute,
yes, sir.
Salute, KF.
Hey, we're gonna get up with you, man. We're gonna see if we can get a little work on your 8 and your 10U level. All right, boy. All right, well, there you have it, man. That was the what occurred on that matchup, man. Let's see if we can get J-Mo or somebody in here, man.